Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Arit here.
Hi.
Before I continue on, can you hear us? Because that whole musical there was silent for us.
Yeah, totally silent.
Let us know if you can hear us. Welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind. I can see here on my YouTube that we can hear us, but that was weird that video did not have volume.
Did that video, the usual intro, guys, did it have sound for you? Let us know. You can hear us now. Okay, awesome. That's a good sign.
You should have seen us in the background. We're like, why is there no sound in the video? Oh my God, can they hear us? And then it's like you don't find out until the video is actually playing. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it had sound. That's so weird. Okay.
Welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 127, and Happy New Year 2023.
Happy New Year, guys. It's so exciting.
It's
a
crazy.
New year.
2023.
Some new projects, new goals laid down, new exciting adventures for 2023. We're so happy you're here with us. For those of you who are new here, my name is Orit. This is Jewel, and we're founders of Essetino Media, where we help you create profitable content. Mm-hmm. So we host these live streams every single Thursday to hang out with you, to chat, to find out what's going on in your world. If there's anything we can do to help, any challenges you want to overcome, you have a whole community here of creators and entrepreneurs and other people, other ambitious people here who are all striving for the same thing. So welcome.
And we encourage you to use this group to your advantage. Yeah. We use this group to get energy on a weekly basis and to have good vibes and good energy, because it's extremely important, especially when you're trying to go for something. And I have a video that I'm going to play a little bit later on in the show here, but I felt compelled to create this New Year's message. And while we were doing our last batch of filming, which was on December 30th. It wasn't a planned video. I was just, the videographer was just getting set up. And then I was like, let me do this, New Year's message. I want to film this, right. I just got the feeling, the energy, and I just did impromptu, didn't write anything down. And it was just pure vibes flowing with the video. It was just
flow.
It was just like I didn't write anything, and usually I do need to write a couple things down, but I didn't. I was like, quickly film this.
That's awesome. Then you always want to capture those moments when you're just in full flow and just it's like a download from the universe. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was a really cool video that Jewel put together for you, and we're gonna play it in a bit here for you.
Yeah. All right, we've got Liat in the house.
Hi, Liat.
How's it going? How was your first week of 2023?
Yes, let us know. And in general, guys, put that in the chat for us. How was your first week, this past week of 2023? Share some wins with us.
Share your wins.
Share, what went well, what were you excited about, what did you get done, checked off your list, a lesson that you learned, anything in the win realm. We'd love to hear about it. So put it in the chat.
And no worries, Lisa. Thank you always so much for letting us know. We appreciate that, and Happy New Year to you.
Yes. Thanks, Lisa.
And we've got Facebook user here. Hi, Jewel and Arit. Great to see you and everyone here. Great to see you as well. Orit is going to check who that is.
Likely Monica, but let me double check.
Watch, it's like someone completely different. And we've got Roland in the house. I like that emoji with the cowboy hat there, the smiley face with the cowboy hat. That's funny.
Nice.
And people are saying that they can hear us. Awesome.
Okay.
Hello, Tracy. How's it going? Did you order your gardening knife, the Hori knife that you won the gift card? Did you order that? Let us know. We've got Cheeks of Product Patrol in the house. Cheeks, are you doing a live stream tomorrow? Please let me know.
Hello, Cheeks.
And we've got Suzanne Rushton in the house. How's it going?
Suzanne. Good
and people
to see
are
you
saying
on here.
Happy New Year. And Timothy said, oh, that was me.
Timothy. Yeah, I just discovered that now.
That's awesome. Okay, so yes, first week of New Year's for us. First of all, how was your guys' New Year's? Ours was awesome. Went to a cool New Year's party at a casino, Park Hotel Casino. That was a cool thing. They really did a cool
They went all out.
New Year's show.
Yeah.
They had like acrobatics. They had cool vehicles. Like, I like it when people take the time to design the party, and it's not just here, let's put you all in a room with a couple balloons and then that's it.
It was an experience.
Very well done from an event planning standpoint, which made it totally worth it. The acrobatics were cool. The DJ was from Las Vegas, which, DJs from Las Vegas are really good.
And they had 2 different rooms of music as well. So one DJ was playing oldies, 80s, even a little bit of 70s too, suck. Which was awesome. And then in the other room, it was more newer stuff, more like stuff you could vibe to. And it was a great evening. So how was your guys' New Year's? Would love to hear about it. I
purposely wanted to stand under the balloon drop.
Yeah.
Because I've never done that before. I always see it.
Yes.
And the confetti and all that whatever. And I was like, I am doing this balloon drop. So I positioned myself directly under this balloon drop, and I didn't move my spot because as soon as it started getting close to midnight, obviously everybody's coming in, but it was a lot of fun. So please let us know how your New Year's was. Had a lot of fun here in Vancouver. All right, let's get to some comments here. Suzanne Rushton.
All right, I have finished watching all of the stage 1 in the course. I'm almost done stage 2. Suzanne's talking about the profitable channel course. And she says, I'm excited to film the content so I can move on to the editing. Actually on track, and I bought a Sony.
Whoa, good one, Suzanne.
That's exciting. Very cool. Sounds like you're in the momentum.
Yes,
of things.
I can feel the energy. It's like you're ready to go and to start. And, it often happens because we'll have people that, come up and they're like, yeah, I want to start a channel. And it actually, they need to think about it, and it's just they just get hit with the lightning bolt of YouTube, and then they can start.
Yeah, because YouTube is a creative, it's an art, right? And so with anything, if you're a creative, if you're an artist, that's the piece that a lot of people struggle with, right? Is just getting started, getting the momentum of it. But the key is to not rely on waiting for it to be a good time.
Yeah,
because that way you release your control to outside influences, right? But the way that you take control is just getting started, even in a tiniest sense, because that's what will build that momentum. It will ignite the flame. And even though it's not perfect yet, it will become perfect. That's the start to the whole journey, is taking the first step. And sounds like you've done that. That's amazing, Suzanne.
And just before we get to everybody else's comments quickly, our first week was back to it, just calls, our calendar for Zoom calls was filling up. Got some new coaching clients, YouTube coaching clients and design clients. And here's the cool thing was we started getting all these inquiries, and we're like, whoa, what's happening? And then, we asked a couple of them, and they're like, oh, I did a Google search for a specific term. And if you are in the Profitable Channel course, I say to if you want to sell a product or service, to go that targeted route with that exact search term. And it happened the way that we always say to you guys. So someone searched how to make a PDF fillable.
Yeah.
Super basic. We're number one for video on Google. They saw the video, liked our vibe, went to the website, bought a design package, booked a call with a REIT.
And I had that call today.
Chatted a bunch.
Yeah.
And then it's like, that's going to happen. Plus other things are probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Possibly YouTube and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, that's what we're trying to say. If you want to sell a product or service, like when you can get with the SEO and get exact, it's like perfect. It's like hole in one.
It's a funnel. Yeah. It's a funnel in a way. And it starts with that video. And optimizing that video for the type of person that you want to attract.
Mm-hmm. All right. We've got JoJo in the house saying Happy New Year.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Phil White
JoJo,
in the house. Happy
Phil,
New Year. Good evening.
Felix. Hello.
Felix.
And Cheek started using a home gym we set up. Cool.
Whoa.
Works great on a 2-day break after 3-day workouts.
Ooh,
really?
Wow. You are
That's
working
awesome.
out.
I love it. Very cool. And yeah, I just saw that you released a workout video on your channel.
I want to
which
see
was
that.
A surprise.
I'm excited. I'm excited for your workout journey, Cheeks. I did my first New Year's workout. I know it's day 5 into New Year, but hey, I have a
Still
goal.
Counts. First week, it's all good.
So I did the Bowflex, which is like this machine that's kind of like a stepper elliptical. It is not easy, man. That thing gives you a burn.
My New Year's was fun. I photographed a party that had a very
6'6"
tall male contortionist.
Wow.
Pole dancer. That's a lot of different wows. Like each of those, the contortionist, the pole dancer. That does sound fun, Suzanne.
That's crazy.
Tonight I was doing video research or doing video idea research when my wife told me our clothes dryer had an error. My eyes lit up. I yelled, "Don't touch it."
Yeah.
I grabbed my mic and phone, fixed it, made a video. Yes.
Those are always the opportunities.
It's just like when we buy new gear, it's like you can't touch the gear. You cannot open it until we do the unboxing videos and, film it before we can even use it.
Yeah, which, by the way, we always talk about wins, but there was a little bit of a downfall during our filming session. And just to be real and honest with you guys, on December 30th, we have our batch filming sessions with a videographer now, as well as doing batch filming with screencast recording for our tutorials. But anyways, we were doing the filming. We had rented a place, had our videographer. He's filming us. And then the last 2 videos were supposed to be unboxing videos. And I haven't done an unboxing video in a while for good reason, as although they are my favorite types of videos, they tend to take a little bit longer because there's a lot of unpredictable things that happen when you are trying to set up the product, or you're opening, or something takes too long, or you can't figure out something, especially when it's tech gear and you haven't used it before because you're literally opening it for the first time.
Yeah.
So it was all great. We were at 8 videos and we had already filmed 8 videos, and we're like, all right, let's crank it. Let's do last 10 unboxings. I'm doing this product, which I won't share yet because I want to film it before I can share it with you guys. And then it was so rough to do. The thing wasn't opening correctly. I couldn't get the connection right. There was like a Bluetooth thing to figure out, and it was just, the internet kept bouncing off. And because we had a booked studio, we were running out of time. And so we ended up not being able to film those 2 unboxing videos, and had to quickly film another talking head video because I can do those so quickly and so easily that we literally had 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes to spare, and I managed to film it in 5. So, but the 2 unboxings unfortunately had to get cut. We have to push it to another filming session, and realize that we have to set way more time for unboxing videos.
Yeah,
so that was
it'll
like,
be on the next round of videos of batch filming that we do. But yeah, there's always these little things that you just don't account for, right? But it's a learning curve, or learning lesson rather. So from that, we know we need to set more time for those unboxings for sure.
Yeah.
Suzanne said, yes,
She's
I am
ready.
Love it.
Timothy says the Sony A4 is an amazing camera.
That is
this?
Monica.
This
This
is
time
Monica?
it's Monica, yes.
Hey, Monica, how's it going? How was your New Year's?
A goal for 2023 is to drink more water and less coffee, or cut it out completely.
Whoa, that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, that's pretty steep. Yeah, that's something that I've wanted to like strive for is cutting out coffee, but I find that I just enjoy it too much. I really do. And like the place where I can improve is just like less milk, and I don't usually take sugar in coffee, so that part's fine. But definitely drinking more water, I think, will be healthy in all different areas. That's like, you got to find those goals, whether it's like in health or career or personal, that if you do that one thing, it'll have a positive impact on all of these other areas in your life, right? So there are certain goals like that, just like, really simple goals like drinking water, that, maybe it affects you getting up more out of your chair to go to the bathroom, and, better skin, better overall health, just cleaner insides. So, yeah.
Why is it that you want to cut out coffee? I'm just curious. As we all know, drinking more water is good, but just for you, just curious why you want to cut out coffee.
Timothy says, but you do need water in your coffee.
Yeah, I know.
It's all inclusive of the water.
Another thing that you can do for this, because I used to have a hard time drinking water as well. I didn't used to drink water all the time. Now I always do. I'm always the one that carries this water bottle everywhere. Is setting alarms on your phone, like multiple alarms. Every hour might be too much to start off with, but maybe, let's say 3-4 times a day, and you just drink maybe half a cup or a cup, not sure what your intake is, but more than just try and get a little bit more than usual than trying to do the drink 8 liters of water per day, because like that was really tough to do from nowhere near that to that. So
yeah,
I would just go a little bit more.
It also, you could, if you drink more than 1 cup of coffee per day, if it's like 2 or 3, you can just decrease it by 1 and just start there. Just decrease it by 1 cup, and it's always that 1%, right? You guys know this. We talk about this all the time. Just making the 1% tweak, and from there you can always improve.
Quick story, I might have told this before, but I used to be heavily addicted to pop, Coke, root beer, Pepsi, like all the flavors. And I would drink it multiple times a day, maybe 3 cans a day, could be more depending on my craving. And I sometimes would drink it like in the middle of the night when I would wake up and I would get thirsty and I would drink it. This was like 10 years ago. And I knew that it was horrible for me, obviously, for the, the sugar and all that kind of stuff. And one year I was challenged to give up, one of those things for a year. And one year I just like gave up pop for an entire year, cold turkey. It was extremely difficult. And I don't recommend people doing the cold turkey thing because you tend to relapse when you do the cold turkey thing. But I did manage to complete it. And because I didn't have it for that entire year, when I wanted it again, because I did still want it, it wasn't as crazy. So I don't drink 3 to 5 pops anymore per day. I'll have it maybe 3 times a week. So you can see how that cold turkey just like diffused it quite a bit. Yeah. So now I'll maybe have it 3 times a week, or definitely not every day anymore. So yeah, that's the story about that.
The Hori knife is on its way. Nice. Views and subs are on the rise for my channel, getting close to 3,000 subs. Amazing, Tracy.
Yeah, it's really cool to see your channel grow. Roland's asking, is the camera person in the studio with us? Yes, they are. And I know at first I was like, oh, there's going to be another person there and I'm going to be speaking and stuff. Luckily, this person is cool and they filmed us during the talk that we did at the high school.
Yeah.
And I kind of got their vibe already. And I thought, okay, yeah, I can be comfortable with this person in the room, because it is uncomfortable when you have like other external factors happening, like people can hear you, like when you film outside and stuff. So yeah, he is in the room. He totally knows our whole story because he heard it like several times and edited the video. So he knows our whole story and energy. So he's totally fine with it. And he's like, when we pitched this idea to him, he was actually quite excited to work for us, because it's like he's getting free knowledge, because he's hearing all these tutorial videos, and he's not editing them, but he's filming us, and he's getting like these like mini TED Talks.
Yeah,
live.
He's learning about ClickFunnels. He's learning about YouTube and content creation and all these different topics, which is, he says, is handy for him because he has his own business, of course, with the videography.
And he was even saying like, oh, I might want to talk to you guys about a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
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 And we're like, yeah, we're here.
I find that having someone in the room actually it's
accountable.
Yeah, it's actually easier to film talking head videos with someone else. I mean, obviously, yes, that person needs to be someone you feel comfortable around. If it was someone else, maybe it would be different. But just having someone on the other side of the camera who's like waiting on hitting start and hitting end, right? Stopping the recording.
And they're like totally professional.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
And it just like, I'm better able to get into the flow.
Your videos have gotten way more
short,
on point.
Yeah, shorter, less fluff.
Way less mistakes.
Yeah.
And so that has made the editing time way faster, which brings me to win of the week for me. It's like already January 5th, and I've edited close to almost 10 videos now, not including our clients' videos. So if I'm including the clients, then it's 11. And I've done that already in less than 5 days, including New Year's. Okay. There was like
amazing.
It was like, yeah. So it's been the process has been a lot easier. Felix says, only doing decaf now because I've overdid the caffeine too much in the past. Daily coffee and Monsters aren't the best idea. I used to drink Monster Energy as well.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's horrible for you. Gives you that crazy boost, but I was getting heart palpitations from it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, that would make you probably into a very anxious person, like just really on edge all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Good choice on the decaf, Felix. Coffee can mess you up. It dehydrates you. Thanks for the tips.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Brian Tracy on Audible, and I find his philosophy inspiring and thought-provoking. I haven't listened to Brian Tracy, but I have heard of him. Yeah. On Audible, is it like are you listening to a podcast of his, or is it an actual book?
I think if it's on Audible, then it's probably one of his books. Mm. Roland says, yes, just going to drink one coffee in the morning, and that's it. Awesome. And Felix knows Brian Tracy, definitely among the best speakers out there. I have to look him up.
Nice. So this is Monica saying, my goal is to eat less sugar this year because I'm getting near to diabetic. Yeah, it's always like, it's we only realize the things that we need to do once they're right there in front of us. Like we're faced now with this new thing in our lives. And it's like me, right? With the back injury, and just like being proactive now that happened, I'm doing daily stretching now for 15 minutes a day, because that happened and I need to stay on point with those stretches because it's all going to help me moving forward. My doctor told me an amazing story today about a doctor who helped many patients in an Iranian prison cure prisoners' ailments and get healthy because the government wouldn't supply medicines. Only H2O.
Water.
Amazing. Wow.
I have heard, water is like, one of
The
those
elixir.
miracle liquids that we take for granted, and getting like really good water too.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Jim Rohn Library. Roland's I've listened to a little bit of Jim Rohn. He is quite a crazy character. But yeah, I listened to Les Brown, who I think was also in that time era. We are all getting older and wiser.
Agree.
So I wanted to play my New Year's message to you guys. I recorded it on December 30th during that filming session, and it was an impromptu video, and I just felt the urge to create this message to put out there into the world, and I want to play it for you guys if you haven't seen it already. New Year, it's 2023. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here from Essetino Media, and on this channel, we show you how to create profitable content. So this video is going to be short and sweet and straight to the point. I wanted to create this video for any of you who have a dream, you have a goal, you've been thinking about starting something or creating something. Here's my message to you. Get started and take action. Think about it. It's 2023 now. How many of you remember 10 years ago? Or when it just turned year 2000? Remember that? Y2K? My point is that we're moving forward. Time's moving forward. And I know a lot of you have fear about starting something, creating something, doing your own thing. And that fear is stopping you from actually moving forward, taking a step, taking a 1%. But what I can tell you from experience is that living in regret later on, once way more time has passed and you're God knows how old, and you've realized that you've wasted time. For years, I wanted a cool life. I wanted an exciting, fun life when I was in high school, and I would dream about it. But I didn't know how I was going to get it. And it wasn't until 2010 and 11 when I actually took steps to create that life. And I can honestly say, for the past 12 years or so, I'm living my dream. I'm living what I had dreamt about all those years ago. And so I know exactly what it feels like to be in your shoes, to be scared, fearful, not knowing what to do. But I can assure you, the other side is way better. And chances are, the thing that you're wanting to do, someone else has already done it, which means you can do it too. If you have the mindset of, no matter what, I'm going to figure this out. It's going to work. When you have that kind of a mindset, it keeps you going. When we were first starting our online business in 2010 and 11, I told myself in the very beginning, I don't care how long this takes, I'm not giving up, and I'm gonna figure out how to make money online. And honestly, it was a long journey for us. We didn't really start making good money until 2018. And there were tons of failures, confusion, not knowing what to do. And like I said, the information's already out there. Chances are the thing that you want to do, create, accomplish, has already been done by someone, which means you can do it too. So I wanted to keep this video short. This is my 2023 New Year's message to you. If you have a goal, dream, want to create something, just get started. Take action. I recommend reading the book Atomic Habits. Read it, listen to the audio. If you don't get it the first time, read it, listen to the audio again. I read that book and I listened to the audio 3 times before it solidified. And I encourage you guys to do the same. I wish you all the best for 2023, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.
That was the New Year's message.
Woohoo! Applause, 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 applause.
I really wanted to create that, and just because I see people just get stuck all the time and they just stay, and I'm like, just do one thing, just get started on one little thing, get the ball slowly moving, So I hope you guys found that message well. I enjoyed creating that.
Hit the like button, guys, if you enjoyed that video.
It was from
some of your
the
comments
heart,
already.
Like, truly.
Those are some of the best messages. just coming straight from the heart, just straight from flow. I see you guys saying, right on, take massive action.
Best motivational video I've seen in 2023.
5 days in, we have that title. It's official.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Felix.
Right on, take massive action. I totally know the feeling. I've been on the other side of, so scared to try something new and all that, but this side is way better. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah. That background is something else. Yeah. So the videographer is extremely talented at staging the shot. We communicate the vibe that we want. And he just kind of puts it together. He moves the props around in the room and just makes it look like such an inviting, welcoming, on Essetino on brand background. You know what I mean? Like it's not too formal. It's fun. It's alive. It's filled with life. We have our colored light there in the background. It was really nice as well to work in that environment.
He really likes creating depth in the scene and in the shot. Yeah. And the one thing that we told him was, oh, can we incorporate, our purple light? So he tries to find ways to incorporate that, and it's up there with a salt lamp there, and it's like it's only in that little section.
Yeah.
But it's like such a nice touch, a nice detail. So he's very meticulous when it comes to setting up the scene, and guaranteed like we wouldn't be able to set it up like that as good as he did, and we would have taken way longer.
Yeah. And that was something that some of you guys had commented on in the previous, because we had a different background before. When we did our previous batch of filming in studio, we had also something, I think it was a salt lamp, or it was some sort of a warm yellow.
It was like one of those light bulbs, those yellow light bulbs.
And then the combination of that with the purple lighting was something that, we really loved. And also some of you guys commented on it. So we wanted to bring that into this other batch here.
Mm-hmm. When we do these filming sessions with the videographer, all we literally bring is that one light now. And then he's got
my notebook of notes for filming.
It's crazy the amount of gear that he has and that he has to bring to every session. And I'm like, it was like, it's such a relief to be able to outsource that to someone who actually really likes doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That, could you imagine like us setting that huge honeycomb light every time?
Yeah. And I think that's something like as well that we started to learn, I would say maybe 2014, 2015 was really the importance of like, just, things that you don't want to do, just delegate them, take them off your plate. If you can, hire someone or eliminate them altogether if it doesn't need to be there, or find a way to systemize it or make it more streamlined and easier for yourself, rather than continuing to struggle with the same thing over and over again. It can get easier. It can get better. It can get more efficient.
Well, it says, imagine where you can be when you're my age. Jewel and Arit, seriously awesome message. I'm getting the audiobook tonight. Nice.
Awesome.
We converted another one to Atomic Habits.
Yeah. It's one of those life-changing books, I would say.
And I'm going to be like, if you don't get it the first time, which it's hard when you don't listen to these kinds of books. Yeah, it's a new kind of message. Yeah. But listen to it again. And I didn't get it the first time. I got it a little better the second time. But the third time, I was like excited. And I'm like, okay, I understand now. 1% habits, how I'm sabotaging myself. You need to be more understanding of how you work.
Yeah, it was life-changing in a different way, this book, because typically some of the books that I've read are more like in the personal development space. They are like super inspiring, motivational and everything. But the Atomic Habits is super practical. And that's why it's really life-changing if you put what you learn in that book into action. because habits are the core of everything. It's that
It's
one
literally
thing that
who you
affects
are.
all areas of your life that I was talking about in the beginning of this video, right? So yeah, that's really cool. Glad you're getting that, Roland. Let us know how you like it.
Beautiful message. We've got Brayden in the house. Hey, Brayden.
Hi, Brayden.
Not sure where you tuned in, but we just played my New Year's message video. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching it. It's on the channel. It's out. And yeah, take a look at that video if you haven't seen it yet. Roland, taking action right on the screen.
Quickly.
Here we go.
Awesome.
Just got the Atomic Habits with my last Audible credit. Thank you again, Jewel and Reed. I really enjoyed the books I've bought. Awesome.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
last Christmas we got Roland. I think it was a 6-month subscription to Audible, and which equals to 6 books, right? Which is, I think, an awesome gift. And Roland's been enjoying listening to his Audible, and yeah, that's really cool. And remember, you have those books in the library. You can listen to them again.
Yeah.
All right.
Brayden did see the video. Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that message with you guys. And, really, think about what you want 2023 to be like. Were you satisfied with 2022? Think about that, because like I said in the message, time's just going on. It's not going to stop. And it's crazy to see some people that are still in the same position that they were 5-10 years ago. I'll go to some places where I used to work or I used to be at, and people, they just shrug their shoulders and they're like, yeah, I'm still in the same place. And clearly they're not happy. And it's baffles me that people don't do anything about it, because you can and you can have that cool, fun life that you want.
One of the things that I do at the start of the year or at the end of the previous year is to take out a journal and just write down what the perfect day would be like. What would the perfect actually immersing myself in that space. So writing, I am waking up feeling revitalized, re-energized for the day, looking super happy and positive outlook. And, I start off the day by doing this and this, and just really down to the detail of even the people who am I seeing? Who am I spending time with? Who am I meeting? What is happening in those events, in those meetups? What is, what are the thoughts that are going through my head? Actually putting myself in that space and immersing yourself. When you do that kind of an exercise, you're emanating that energy out into the universe for it to happen, because you're feeling those same things. You're thinking those same things as you're doing that exercise and as you're writing it out. And so it's always, once you do that, it's always a great thing to have, to always come back to as a reminder, especially during those times in the years where it's like the valleys, right? Because we all have the hills and then the valleys. It goes like that, right?
I heard, sorry.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I heard a statistic on the radio that said by now, people have dropped off on their New Year's goals.
By now? Really?
Yeah.
The 5th day?
Yeah, I've heard, I can't remember.
I thought it would have been towards the end of the month.
No, I think it was a bunch, the certain percentage will have already, whatever they said that they were going to do, they already didn't do it.
Yeah.
Or it didn't start, or whatever it was.
Yeah. So it's always good to have that reminder of what, how you're feeling, what you're doing, who you're meeting up with, who you're talking to, what are you working on, all this kind of stuff, this perfect day. It doesn't have to be day. It could be the perfect year, right? But I like to say the perfect day just because you're able to really ground yourself in those details, whereas a year is has a lot more days involved in it, right? So yeah, that's a great exercise to just put it on paper, have it as a piece that you could always come back to, and also looking at it and asking yourself, okay, what's one small step I can take towards this goal right here, within this story, within this narrative that I've created?
Felix says, James Clear was just on the Tim Ferriss podcast a few days ago. Listening to podcasts is a nice addition to books. Yeah, I listen to podcasts like all the time, almost every day. I'm listening to, lately I've been listening to business podcasts, in particular like sales and marketing podcasts.
I still have Tim Ferriss's book, Tool of Titans, which
it's a thick book.
It's massive.
It's like this thick.
Yeah, and I got more than halfway through that book. I still haven't finished it because I was so inspired by certain things within the sections. Basically, what he did was he repurposed all of his podcast episodes. Tim Ferriss did this and did like a little snippet of each guest and what their major lessons were, what their challenges were, like a little cool quote, that kind of thing. And there's just so much gold in there. So Tim Ferriss he's a really good reference or source for inspiration, motivation, as well as his guests as well.
Talk about repurposing like crazy, because that book was written from his podcasts of already interviewing them. I remember hearing that he had hired a lady to like listen to all the podcasts, choose the best ones, and then like summarize the people that he had featured in the book.
Yeah.
And that's how the book got written.
Yeah. What a job, right? Suzanne asks, can I ask you guys if you have a video that talks about file organization? I'd like to be organized before I get overwhelmed with footage and data.
So, I mean, I'm sure that you have, because you are a photographer, you probably have a certain system that you do for that. And I would try and replicate that, because if we told you what we did, it probably won't work for you, because you probably, being a photographer, you probably keep a lot of the stuff. So for me, when I was like year 2 of video editing, and because of how many tutorial videos we release per week, what I do is I just keep the final video and I delete the project file. So like, let's say I'm editing in Camtasia, I have my recording or whatever files are in there. At the end of the video, after the video gets published onto YouTube, I delete the project file and I don't keep it at all. My whole thing is that, I'm a content creator and I don't need to go back to those. I can, if I want to go back, I have the final video and I could just reference from there, because I've already removed all of the stuff that doesn't need to be there. So I just keep the final video. I will keep the extra footage if I do a vlog or something like that. But other than that, I try and get rid of as much as possible, because there are, the video files are huge. And once the video's out. So I'm pretty much good with that. But, do whatever you do with your photography and kind of replicate that, because that would probably work best for you.
Unboxing's always unpredictable.
I know, sometimes. You know that. It was totally unpredictable. And I was like so excited to get these videos completed, but I did leave them till the end on purpose, because I knew that they would be unpredictable. If I had started off with those, I don't think we would have ended off with 9 videos being filmed. We ended off with 9. If I had filmed those, we probably would have ended up with 5, with the amount of time that it was taking for that one that we didn't even get halfway.
Yeah. Unboxing videos can be similar to doing software videos or screen share videos, where you're wanting something to work and it doesn't, or it goes in a different direction. So yeah, it just takes a little bit of redoing, extra time to account for when filming.
Yes, Felix, I do listen to a lot of Alex Hormozi and this other guy named Ryan Pineda. So he is from Las Vegas and he's like up and coming, kind of like Alex Hormozi, is still relatively new in terms of social media. But yeah, those two guys I'm watching like crazy.
Yeah, I still have his book out on my couch.
$100 million offers?
Yeah, $100 million offers. Yeah, it's just so much gold in that book.
He is finalizing his second book which is the sequel to that book.
Yeah, and everyone's waiting for
They
that
want
to
it
come
so
out.
bad.
That's a great incentive to finish a video. I love it. Awesome.
Try and keep your process simple, right? Don't complicate things. Think of yourself as a content creation machine. And if, I know a lot of people think, oh, well, what if I need to go back later on? And it's like, for me, I'm like, I just want to move forward. So once it's released, and I'm moving on to the next video.
You can do, I mean, you didn't start off that way, right? You kept the footage for a while.
Yeah.
And this is something I do. Suzanne, I can't speak to footage files, but similar to Photoshop, like design files, you have an editable file, then you have the final render, right? So with those, I keep a lot of those Photoshop files.
I say for Photoshop, yeah, keep
like
those.
for a while. But if I don't come back to it for like 3 years, I can delete it. Those files are stored on my external hard drive for a bit, and if I really don't touch it, and it's not like a reference file, meaning it doesn't have certain things in there that I'd want to use as a template for future projects, then I just delete it. And it's just because, like Jewel says, there's like endless creativity. We're just constantly creating more and more and more. And we could get more external hard drives, but do we really need those files is what you have to ask yourself. So,
well, I actually do need some more external hard drives. It's filling up with all the final videos. So fast.
I listened to a Bert Kreischer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Bertcast. Just say Bertcast.
I like it. A Bertcast podcast today. He had Casey Neistat on there. Oh, cool. And it was enjoyable. I've been binging on everything Casey since. Yeah, he's amazing.
He is all creative.
He's on a next level.
The interesting thing with Casey is I love the creative aspect of Casey. He's totally the most creative person. Him and his brother, Van, are extremely creative. The way he does his videos, he is himself, authentic. It's amazing to see. The only thing that I didn't get from Casey was the business side, the business aspect, because he actually shies away from money and talking about that kind of stuff and making money, even though he's very successful and very well off. He just always wants to be super creative. So I watch him for creative, and then I watch other guys like Alex Hormozy to get the business side of things and then put those two together.
Yeah, you take aspects of the people that you listen to and the people that you watch, and you appreciate different parts of them, right? And you're like, oh, I like this creative piece from Casey. I like this sales piece from Alex. And this is all being molded into who you will become, right?
Yeah, Casey Neistat is awesome. He changed YouTube, the game of vlogging. He elevated it. Because before it was like super casual. And then he started filming with his Canon 70D, which is like a huge camera. And, he's skateboarding down New York. Yeah. He made New York, like not made New York, but like New York was his muse. And it was like, he was always at somewhere in New York, just on the bridge or in the streets or behind some alley, or it's crazy, all the adventures. He says that when he walks outside of New York, there's always a story. And he loves that about New York. That's why he moved back.
Yeah. Timothy, thank you so much.
Shout out to Timothy for the super sticker. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This
is what it looks like.
Is it a coffee? Oh, yeah. It is. We got the coffee from Timothy. Thank you so much, Timothy. The first one of 2023. Amazing. We appreciate you so much.
Casey didn't even turn on monetization until he had 1 million views. Was it 1 million views or 1 million subscribers? Because he got 1 million views fast, I think.
I thought it was more.
I think it was 100 million.
Oh, okay.
And they're saying 100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that video. I remember that video where he was like, oh, I'm going to turn it on. His son's going to college, so he's going to turn on monetization now. He's super artist. He's super creative artist. And nothing is about money for him. It's really just about the feeling and the art. Yeah. All right. I think we're going to end it there. Thank you so much, Timothy, for the super chat or super sticker. We appreciate it so much. And you guys, happy 2023 first week.
Woohoo, let's do this.
We urge you to think about your year. And, if you haven't read the book Atomic Habits, I highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And if you have, and you're like, I didn't really get it, read it again. Listen to it again. Because sometimes things don't happen right away and you don't get it right away.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for showing up here this evening. Suzanne, Roland, Jojo, Timothy. We got Brendan. We got, Felix. Did I say Felix?
Yeah.
Felix, Cheeks, Brayden, Liat, Lisa.
Phil.
Thank you so much, Phil. Yeah, and to everybody as well, Monica. To everybody as well who's watching the replay, we're so excited to begin this new year with you and can't wait to see you in the next live stream next Thursday, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.
There it is.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Boom. No worries, Jojo.
Yeah, all good, Jojo.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.